The room smelled of roses and expensive perfume, an artificial sweetness layered over something rotting beneath. I straightened my tie. It was my daughter's wedding day. I had arrived alone. At the entrance, a young hostess held a clipboard, eyes flicking nervously from my face to the names. Her smile faltered. "Your name, sir?" I gave it. Calm, steady. Her brow furrowed, a glance toward the maitre d' who approached. "I'm sorry, your name isn't on the list." A pause. A flicker of cold amusement tightened my chest. I stepped aside. My wife, soon-to-be ex-wife, glided past in her emerald gown, lips curled. "Did you really think you were invited?" she murmured, voice low, sweet poison. "Strangers aren't allowed." I looked at her, the woman I had built a life with, who now stood between me and my daughter, as if I were nothing more than an outsider. I smiled. The game had already begun. It started months ago. A shift in her gaze when she thought I wasn't watching. Late-night calls answered in hushed tones. Credit card charges that didn't add up. My daughter's silence, once warm, now brittle. A message, accidentally left open on her laptop. "He still doesn't know. After the wedding, I'll tell him everything." I read it once, twice. Each word sank in slow, deliberate waves. A stranger's name, a number I didn't recognize. And beneath it, threads of a deeper betrayal. Not just infidelity, not merely another man, but something far colder. My daughter, kept from me. My place, erased. By the woman I once trusted most. I closed the laptop. No confrontation, no outburst. I would not be played by emotion. I began to watch. Every move, every call. I traced bank statements, quiet inquiries through discreet channels. I found the number, a corporate lawyer, a man with no reason to know my wife. Except he did, for years. But it wasn't the affair that consumed me. It was the intent. My daughter, a pawn. My role as father, rewritten. She had filed paperwork months ago. Custody agreements, legal maneuvers, layers of deceit designed to cut me out entirely. After the wedding, the papers would surface. Final, binding. I said nothing. Instead, I gathered. Phone records, emails, one paternity test, quietly ordered. The nights stretched long, each piece clicking into place. She hadn't just betrayed me, she had plotted to erase me. The courier arrived 2 days before the wedding, a simple envelope. Clinical. Results, 99.99% probability. Paternity confirmed. She had lied to him, lied to everyone. My daughter was mine. I held the paper in cold fingers. No tears, no relief. Only a deep, settling calm. At the rehearsal dinner, I sat across from her. She spoke easily, mask flawless. When dessert was served, I slid the envelope across the table. No words. She opened it. The color drained from her face. A small gasp, a crack in her perfect poise. Her eyes met mine. I remained still. She knew. At the wedding reception, I waited. When the staff denied me entry, her smirk was almost triumphant. "Did you really think you were invited?" I smiled. "I never intended to stay," I said softly. From my pocket, I drew a small velvet box. Not for her, for my daughter. I handed it to the maitre d'. "Deliver this to the bride, immediately." Inside, a folded letter, a copy of the test, a note in my hand. "No matter what you were told, I am your father. Always." Then I turned and walked away. Not a scene, not a shout. A move, deliberate, unstoppable. The truth would arrive in her hands, at the height of her day, and the poison my wife had spent years crafting would turn back on her. I drove in silence. No music, no words. The city lights blurred past. Behind me, the wedding would unravel, slowly, painfully. She would scramble to contain it, but some truths, once loosed, could not be buried. I felt nothing for her now, not hate, not sadness, only clarity. A chapter closed, a reckoning earned. As I reached my driveway, the phone buzzed, her number. I let it ring and smiled. Some strangers you make yourself.